Hello, here's Paul again. After the axial skeleton, we have the appendicular skeleton. The appendicular skeleton, as it indicates, it is that portion of the bones which are appended or joined to the axial skeleton. The structures which join the appendicular skeleton with the axial skeleton are called the girdles. The appendicular structures which join the appendicular skeleton with the axial skeleton are called the girdles. The upper limb or the arm is joined with the axial skeleton by means of the pectoral girdle, and the lower limb is joined with the axial skeleton by means of pelvic girdle. Now the pectoral girdle consists of two bones, the scapula and the clavicle. The scapula and the clavicle form a sort of a socket into which the ball of the humerus comes and joins. This socket is called the glenoid cavity. So the ball of the humerus joins the pectoral girdle at the glenoid cavity. The other end of the humerus is flattened to form a niche which joins the radius and ulna. That means the two bones of the lower arm. And this joint here makes the elbow joint. The other two ends of the radius and ulna are articulated with the bones of the wrist, the carpals, which are 8 in number. Now these carpals make the wrist, and the carpals are joined with the bones of the hand, which are called the metacarpals, 5 of them. The metacarpals then end up with the bones of the fingers called the phalanges, which are 14 in number. The thumb has 2 phalanges, and all the other 3 fingers have, all the other 4 fingers have 3 phalanges each, thus making the 14 phalanges. These are the bones of the upper limb, I mean the arm: humerus, radius and ulna, carpals, metacarpals, and the phalanges. We come to the bones of the lower limb, I mean the leg. The lower limb it joins with the pectoral girdle, as I have already said. The humerus, I mean the bone of the thigh bone, is called femur. The femur joins the pelvic girdle at the socket called the acetabulum cavity. The acetabulum cavity is formed by the bones of the pelvic girdle, ilium, ischium, and pubis. And here is the acetabulum cavity, which joins where comes the head of the femur. The head of the femur has a structure called neck and a greater trochanter, a process which the femur femur joins the acetabulum cavity. The femur is a long bone, probably the longest bone in the body, and ends up into a notch-like structure and joins the tibia and fibula, the bones of the lower part of the leg, the shank region, I mean. Now these two bones, tibia and fibula, joined the bones of the ankle called the tarsals. The bones of the tarsals, the bones of the ankle are 7 in number, and they join up the bones of the foot, which are called the metatarsals. The bones of the foot are called metatarsals, which are 5 in number. And these metatarsals then join the bones of the toes called the phalanges. There are 2 phalanges in the thumb and 3 phalanges in each toe of the foot, thus making the 14 phalanges of the toes. These are the bones of the lower limb, I mean the leg. Naming them again: the femur, the tibia and fibula, the tarsals, metatarsals, and the phalanges. The portion where femur joins the tibia and fibula is called the knee, and the knee has a small bone which covers up the knee and is called the kneecap or patella. This forms the knee joint. So these are the bones of the upper limb and the lower limb, I mean the arms and the legs. And that is the structure of the appendicular skeleton. I mean the skeleton attached to the exoskeleton. That finishes the appendicular skeleton or the human skeleton. Now, there's one more structure left, and that is a thoracic cage, which in the next lesson, thoracic cage. I repeat, please pass this information to your friends and a group of friends, and press that button of that you liked it, thumbs up, and the button for you for getting the information that the new lesson is uploaded. Thank you very much for today.